Hello chat, this will be the second part of how to make Microhouse. In this installment I'm going to be talking about sampling. Sampling in Microhouse is a little bit different from other genres of sampling, as in we're working with microsamples. Microsamples, yes, a real term and a subset of micro sound, which yes, I do the research for, and yes, those are some very pretentious sounding terms, and there's a whole book about it, which I'm not going to read. But mostly when it comes to Microhouse, you'll normally be finding jazz or radio samples, or just microsound in general. More that sample heavy kind of microsound would be something like Loop Finding Record Jazz by Jenkins, and the less sample heavy microsound would be something like Make S&D Cassette by S&D. And those are kind of two great examples of how that microsample stuff works. So in this video I'll be explaining how to create those effects that you hear a lot of Microhouse music using my synthesizer setup. So let's begin. So when it comes to sampling for Microhouse, the vocal sample is actually a really good machine to demonstrate this. Because it has all of what you need, and if you're a vocal sample owner, this will be great. So let's begin with the sample. I'm gonna slow down, give it a vibraphone loop. Kind of perfect to work with. To get the Microhouse magic, let's turn on our loop mode and just go to about a second in sample length. And what we can do is gonna just sample time, and let's say we want to create just a nice So that's kind of our first one we can do is this kind of fade in sample. Let's take this one. And we're gonna do much more like a rhythmic sample. Now what this loop mode's doing, by the way, can be more easily done in a DAW, but all it's doing is just taking the start and the end of a sample and just repeating them. Then get this much more fine, granular control with our hardware knobs. So let's create something much more rhythmic. So you get this much more rhythmic sounding sample. And what this is all doing is now we can go to the third part of Microhouse sampling, which is just the pops and cuts. And this is just adjusting at our time to the point where it won't loop, but just create a pop. And we can create these kind of pops and cuts with it. And those are kind of the three main core concepts of sampling in this genre, that is using very, very small samples. You can loop them, you can make them attack and decay, or you can pitch them, which is going to be our next subject. But while we're at it, let's just do the rest of our pattern to get some more examples. And also, basically cut up our core way of sampling with Microhouse. Now what I like doing, playing with the samples in real time, like slightly adjusting the length. I can create these kind of micro sample kind of things in a DAW or with a granular synthesizer or the very advanced sample player with just the looping from the endpoints. So that's how you kind of create samples in Microhouse. So let's now go to the more melodic. Samples. Alright, so right here we have two more samplers, and this will be explaining two more techniques in Microhouse sample. So right now we have this, guitar sample. I'm a big fan of shoegaze and indie, so and also surf rock, so that's why I'm gonna use these kind of guitar samples. But we can do the same thing we did with our non-melodic stuff, and just trim, and we can find a point we like. And, okay, that's a good one. And then we can add our attack. Hard to get. But just gotta start right. Now the melodics, you want to be a little shorter, actually a little longer. Yeah, that one's nice. Let's use that one. Let's let these running through guitar pedals. So let's record something quick. There, pick it up. So that's kind of similar to our percussion technique, except with just notes. And we want it, actually, to create that nice calmer vibe. I recommend doing it on the transients of the notes. So you kind of can hear this looping at a slower rate. Gotta hear where the audio starts and ends with the melodic stuff. And then we have here another one of our samplers. We full big flag, the reverse technique. Let's turn these the first technique is very simple. And all it does is you want to go and say stick your audio file. No, I don't know why I can hear. Oh, that's why. So let's say we have our audio file. And we can just place it. And we can just go to here and reverse it. And do it in a certain way where it loops. Now it's a little bit harder on this thing than say. A little bit harder on this than say our hardware. I mean software. This sounds better. So it kind of gets that nice reverse looping. Kind of just done a basic overview of how sampling works in Microhouse.